Throughout history, scientists have made bold predictions that seemed impossible or even absurd at the time. But years, sometimes even centuries later, these ideas were proven to be correct. Welcome to Grossdenken, everyone. In this video, we'll explore 5 times scientists were proven right years later. From groundbreaking theories to revolutionary discoveries, these moments showed just how far ahead of their time some scientists really were. Please support this channel by subscribing. That would mean a great help. Now let's dive in. Coming in at number 5 is Albert Einstein's prediction of gravitational waves. In 1915, Einstein published his general theory of relativity, which described how massive objects like stars and planets warp space-time. But he didn't stop there. In 1916, Einstein predicted that when massive objects move or collide, they create ripples in space-time called gravitational waves. For decades, this remained purely theoretical, because the technology to detect such tiny ripples didn't exist. But in 2015, 100 years later, scientists at the LIGO, or Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory, finally detected gravitational waves caused by the collision of 2 black holes. This discovery not only confirmed Einstein's prediction, but opened up a whole new way of observing the universe through gravitational wave astronomy. At number 4, we have Dmitri Mendeleev, the Russian chemist who created the first periodic table of elements in 1869. Mendeleev organized the known elements by their atomic weights and properties, but here's what made his work truly revolutionary. He left gaps in the table and predicted the existence of elements that hadn't yet been discovered. For example, he predicted the properties of gallium, scandium, and germanium years before they were found. When gallium was discovered in 1875, its properties matched Mendeleev's predictions almost perfectly. Over time, as new elements were discovered, his periodic table became one of the most important tools in chemistry. Mendeleev's bold predictions showed the power of scientific reasoning and paved the way for modern chemistry. At number 3 is Alfred Wegener and his theory of continental drift, an idea that was mocked during his lifetime, but ultimately proven correct. In 1912, Wegener proposed that Earth's continents weren't fixed, but instead drifted across the planet over time. He argued that millions of years ago, the continents had been joined together in a supercontinent called Pangaea. Wegener's evidence included similar fossils found on continents separated by oceans, and the way continents like South America and Africa seemed to fit together like puzzle pieces. But Wegener couldn't explain what caused the continents to move, and his ideas were dismissed by most geologists. It wasn't until the 1960s, with the discovery of plate tectonics and evidence from seafloor spreading, that Wegener's theory was fully accepted. Today, continental drift is a cornerstone of Earth science, proving Wegener was right all along. At number 2, we have Georges Lemaître, the Belgian physicist and priest who proposed the Big Bang theory. In 1927, Lemaître suggested that the universe was expanding and that it had originated from a single incredibly dense point, a primeval atom, as he called it. His idea was bold and, honestly, pretty controversial at the time, especially since many believed the universe was static and unchanging. Lemaître's theory gained support in 1929 when Edwin Hubble observed that galaxies were moving away from each other, confirming the universe's expansion. But the final proof came in 1964 when scientists discovered the cosmic microwave background radiation, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang. Lemaître's work really laid the foundation for modern cosmology, and his once controversial idea is now widely accepted as the origin of our universe. In the 1850s and 60s, an Augustinian friar named Gregor Mendel meticulously crossbred thousands of pea plants in his monastery garden. He tracked traits like height, color, and pod shape. From his data, he deduced the laws of inheritance, that traits are passed down in discrete units, what we now call genes, that can be dominant or recessive. He published his work in 1866, but it was met with silence. The scientific community, focused on Darwin's theory of evolution, published in 1859, wasn't ready for the mathematical framework of heredity. His work was obscure for 34 years. In 1900, three botanists, De Vries, Correns, and von Tschermak, independently rediscovered Mendel's laws while doing their own research. They found his paper, cited it, and finally gave him his due. Mendel, who died in 1884, is now universally recognized as the father of modern genetics. His fundamental principles are taught in every biology class on Earth. These 5 stories remind us of the incredible power of science and the courage it takes to challenge conventional wisdom. Albert Einstein, Dmitri Mendeleev, Alfred Wegener, Georges Lemaître, and Gregor Mendel all faced skepticism and resistance, but their ideas ultimately reshaped our understanding of the universe. Science isn't always about immediate recognition, it's about pursuing the truth, even when the world isn't ready for it. Which of these stories inspired you the most? Or do you know of other scientists whose ideas were proven right long after they were proposed? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more thought-provoking science content. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, science always finds a way to uncover the truth.